everybody! I'm here today to show you how to observe while driving. In this video, I'll be going over a basic lesson for beginners, and I will be showing you the basics of observing while driving. I'm going to go over 7 specific situations and things that you should do and keep in mind when you're driving with regards to observing. Let's get right into the video. Number 1 is look centered. So as I'm driving, if I'm going in a straight line, I'm looking centered, okay? You don't want to be looking to the right, to the left. You want to be looking centered, and proper posture is important for this. Very important to sit in the seat nice and properly, and also making sure that your neck is nice and straight. Okay, because if I'm looking to the right, that's going to be a problem. I'm going to drift to the right. If I'm looking to the left, I'm going to drift to the left. Proper posture. Keep your neck nice and straight and look centered. Okay, so you want to look centered. Now, keep in mind, you are a little bit to one side in the car, but when you're looking, you want to look centered, okay? Number 2 is look far ahead. Now, essentially, you want to look as far ahead as you can possibly look, okay? So with that being said, you know, you're not looking like one car in front of you, 2 cars in front of you, okay? You're looking far, far ahead, okay? And it's much easier if you're not driving behind a big truck. If you're driving behind a big truck, they're gonna essentially block your view. So you wanna fall back a little bit if you're driving behind a big truck to gain a little bit of viewing point, okay? And try and get out of being behind them, okay? If you can, if it's possible. Now, you want to make sure that you're looking as far ahead as you possibly can. It's going to make it much easier for you to drive centered and straight and just sort of keep your gauge of where you are, okay? Number 3, the third thing about observing while driving is check your mirrors often. Now, you're going to have 3 mirrors in your car. You're going to have a rear view mirror, you're going to have a right side mirror, and a left side mirror. Now, with those 3 mirrors, you want to check them often. Now, every place is going to have a different rule for this. Some people recommend checking them every 15 seconds. Others check them every minute. Others check them just whenever they feel like it. But look at your local standard. Check out what is locally accepted where you live and use that as a guide, especially if you're going to be taking your driving test. So check your mirrors often. Number 4 on the list, because number 3 was check your mirrors often, just to recap a little bit. Number 4 is check your gauges often. A lot of people will check their mirrors because it's naturally what they do, but then they don't check their gauges. Now, your gauges are going to tell you a lot of information. Now, on a regular basis, as you're checking your gauges every minute or so, every 30 seconds, whatever the case is, every 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, I don't know, whatever you use as a gauge. Now, it shouldn't be 5 minutes, but let's say you use that as a gauge. However often you check them, you want to essentially check your speed, which is your speedometer, how many kilometers an hour or miles an hour you're going, and your tachometer, which is your RPMs. Okay, how fast your car is revving right now. What are the RPMs at? So with all of that being said, you can also check your gas gauge, you know, when you start driving for the first time, and you can check any other gauges like your temperature gauge. But for the most part, as you're driving, you want to make sure that you're checking your speedometer and your tachometer, okay? And check those often. Now, what I recommend sometimes is I recommend every 15 seconds you check a different thing. So I'll check my rear view mirror after 15 seconds, then I'll check my left side mirror after another 15 seconds, my right side mirror after another 15 seconds, my gauges after another 15 seconds. This way, every minute you're checking, every minute you've checked something else, right? I mean, like every minute you're checking the rear view mirror again. Every minute you're checking the side mirror, because there's 15-second intervals between 4 things, which 15 seconds, 4 intervals is equal to 1 minute. That's simple math for you. All right, so that was number 4, check your gauges often. Number 5, keep your peripheral vision on the road when checking your blind spots. Now, you got to check your blind spots. When you're driving, you're going to check your blind spot or your blind spot. Okay, now when you check your blind spot, it's a simple check to the side like that. And although I'm looking at my blind spot and I'm assessing if there's any car or pedestrian or cyclist or whatever the case is there, my peripheral vision can still see the road in front of me. If I go like this and I don't see the road in front of me, well, that's a problem. Because what's going to happen is someone can slam their brakes in front of me and boom, I'm going to rear end them. So I got to keep my peripheral vision on the road in front of me even when I'm checking my blind spots, okay? Number 6, the 6th thing to do with regards to observing while driving is look for brake lights. Brake lights are going to be your key factor for braking on time and safely. Now, that's why it's a huge problem. When someone has both brake lights burnt out, that's a massive, unbelievably big problem. Like, almost guaranteed they're going to get rear-ended within a couple days. Pretty much. Or it's going to be, they're almost going to get rear-ended like 50 times a day, and eventually it might happen, right? So Make sure your brake lights are working. That's number one. Even if one's burnt out, fix it right away, replace it right away. And look for brake lights ahead. You want to make sure that you're looking up ahead for brake lights. So don't look one car in front of you for brake lights. You want to look 2, 3, 4, 5 cars in front of you for brake lights. Because if the car that's 5 cars ahead of you starts to brake, well, then the next car is going to brake, the next car is going to brake, and eventually you're going to have to brake. So by looking for brake lights further ahead, you're going to get advanced notice of when you have to brake. And then it's just going to be much smoother and safer for you to actually brake and bring the car to a stop. Here's a tip for telling whether or not your brake lights are burnt out. Whenever you're parked in front of a window, okay, just push your brake and look at the window, and the window will most likely show you a reflection of your car. You can see your brake lights. Also, put your car in reverse. Don't actually let it go in reverse. Like if you're parked, keep your car in that spot, you know, hold the foot on the brake, but put your car in reverse and look to see if your reverse lights are burnt out. That's another quick little tip. Now the reverse lights tend to burn out much slower, like it takes much longer because they're not on as often or for as long, but they do burn out and you will have to replace them eventually. So whenever you're parked in front of a window, you know, when the rear of your car is in front of a window, push your brakes, put the car in reverse, and hold the car at a stop. Don't let the car start reversing. Like when you're checking the window, you don't want the car to be moving, so keep it at a standstill, but check to see which lights need to be replaced, if any. So that was number 6. Look for brake lights up ahead, as well as pay attention to your own brake lights. Make sure they're working. And number 7, look where you want the car to go. Here's the thing. If you are looking at the curb, you're going to drive to the curb. If you're looking at the pole, you're going to drive into the pole, or you're going to veer towards the pole. If you want the car to go straight, look straight ahead, centered. If you're making a right-hand turn and you want the car to go towards the right, as you're making the right turn, you want to look towards the right over here. If you're making a left, look towards the left. You want to essentially look where you want the car to go. It's as simple as that. That's the last observation technique and method for driving. And that's it. In this video, I have told you and shown you how to observe while driving. If you like the video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great car and driving videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.